is this? You remember?
Voluntary?
Why would you say voluntary? Voluntary. That was a term from Marx, right? Why do you say this voluntary now, Jessica?
Because, I don't know, I always assume things on the right side are more communistic and...
No, we're in Durkheim. You've got Marx all over your body too. It's a real virus. Everybody's got this virus. Perhaps we should well, no, Durkheim would suggest you go to hospital, right? You know, he would say this division of labour is what? As a sign of disease. Right, Simeon? Simeon? There's only one Simeon here! You may be creeping to the back of the room, but that doesn't let you off the hook. I can still see you. Yes, so this is a division of labour, is a diseased division of labour, because it leads to a lot of conflict. It is what Durkheim's going to call an abnormal division of labour. Abnormal. And so what Durkheim is going to say, abnormal is going to become what over time, Tracy? Abnormal is going to become... normal, very good. You know, some of you are real geniuses. Yes, normal. Normal. It's going to be abnormal. We're going to, when you have disease, we're going to get treated, and therefore, you're going to get better. You're going to get normal. Huh? Right, very good. Very good. So what happens is that this solidarity now increases, and the conflict decreases. Aha! Oh, isn't that beautiful? If only the world were like that. Yes, solidarity now increases, and the conflict diminishes. There's always a little bit of conflict, but the solidarity, and so we have a lot of organic solidarity and still some mechanical solidarity. And Durkheim is going to argue in Book 3 that we are faced in a situation that he's writing of great conflict, and that conflict reflects an abnormal division of labour, a diseased division of labour, an omic division of labour, forced division of labour, discontinuous division of labour, which will give way to a normal division of labour with solidarity. And that is the entire argument of the book. Neil.
You're doing what, increasing restitutive laws?
That's the interesting question! Brilliant! How does one go from here to here? That is the interesting question. You'll put your finger on it again, Neil. How does one go from the abnormal to the normal? Through what? Increasing restitutive laws? Well, we'll see. No. We're going to have, but it's not clear how. Perhaps we just have to wait. Things are going to settle down. But you'll see that he's got a very radical project. He's going to introduce all sorts of radical programs to go from the abnormal to the normal. That's what we'll read in Book 3. I'm just going to keep you curious for a little bit longer. But I think that is the million-dollar question to ask of Durkheim. How do we go from disease to health? From abnormality to normal? Yes. What would Marx say? What would Marx roughly say if you go from here to here? Revolution, right? But Durkheim's not going to say that. But he might as well have done. You'll see. It's a very radical project. Okay. Good. Any more questions? Terrific. Okay. Woo. That is the summary of the book. But the truth, the beauty, the aesthetics is in the details, Christy.
Did we have 2 extra points, or did we just fit them in 5?
That's interesting. Well, 5 has got 2 points. It's 5 and 6, and I missed out 1. I don't know which one I missed out. Do you want me to find? I'm bound to be all up there. 1, 2, Yes, no, I think that basically I collapsed one. Is division of labour good? And then I collapsed. There's 2 in 2. Don't worry. 6 is better than 7. Okay. And if you want, you can call it 5 because 5 contains 2 also. But 5 is what you... Alright, good. Any other questions? Okie dokie. Very good. So, that's the summary of the book. So what we have to do now is really examine what this is. And don't forget homework. You've got to find out why does Durkheim call this type of solidarity mechanical? And we've got to figure out the relationship between mechanical and repressive law and the relationship with punishment. And out of this chapter which I asked you to read, on mechanical solidarity, emerges the entire field of crime and delinquency in sociology. It's Durkheim just set the foundations of what we as sociologists study as crime, criminology, crime and deviant social control. It is the most extraordinary chapter. So there are all sorts of payoffs on the way to the end result. So, alright, let's go. You ready? Jessica, you ready? Okay, very good. Now, the question is, what is a crime? What is the connection between mechanical solidarity, repressive law, crime, and punishment? Okay. So what we're going to do is to start with a particular type of solidarity called mechanical solidarity. It is a solidarity based on likenesses, in which there is no division of labour. No division of labour. In fact, Durkheim describes this society in very strange terms. It's made up of individuals, to be sure, but they're not individuals. They are people without any individuality. Everybody looks the same, acts the same, and moves together the same. There is no division of labour and no individuality. We are all, in a sense, part of the same society, and we look and feel and act the same way. Has anybody been in such a society? Or anything near it? Hannah, your hand up? Truman Show. Tell me more about the Truman Show.
It's a movie.
Yeah, I know the movie. But why does it remind you of the Truman Show?
They act the same. Every morning they lay alone.
Oh, that's right. There's a sort of surveillance mechanism, right? Everybody's a sort of conformist society. Yes, that's right. All right. I suppose the movies is the place to go look for something like this. Anything else? Any other society? Which, yes. So teenage. Like. So cult groups. Yes. Lilia.
How about the stereotype of like white suburbia? How they say they do everything the same.
So there are stereotypes of subcultures, stereotypes of suburbia, stereotypes of conformist 1950s society, the Truman Show. Yes, Jessica? Monks, yes. So you can imagine them sort of inhabiting. They all seem to look the same, right? Yeah, to the outside. I guess to the individual, it's interesting because when you are a monk, you probably don't see it quite the same way. But from the outside, yes. So but it's a secluded society again, a secluded society. Yes, with a sort of, what Durkheim would call sort of a moral order, common moral order, fixed moral order, common consciousness. Yes. You are, Nicole?
Yes. It kind of reminds aspect of a communist society, where people are supposed to be equal, so they don't need separate clothes or separate.
Yeah, sometimes the picture of the Soviet Union was one of grey conformity. Everybody looks the same, acts the same. Yes. The opposite of what Marx and Engels thought communism would be. Yes. Nick?
Stereotype of the army.
Stereotype of the army. Yes, in which people... Right, Neil? That's not how you walk. You should teach me. Okay, yeah.
You do walk normally from point to point.
You do walk normally. Okay. Yeah, but there is this idea, very good. I mean, of a military order, right? In which, and that's almost the quintessential idea of mechanical solidarity, as we'll see when you figure out exactly how Durkheim, where he derives that idea from. But yes, that is the idea of these are all small groups with a very solidaristic foundation, common values, common norms, common rules. Yeah. So that is, we don't really know of a purely mechanical solidarity society today, but Durkheim imagined in the past small-scale kinship societies were of this character. Yes, Tracy?
I was going to say, like, maybe in the country, small towns that's made it mostly of kin, and they're all, like, into agriculture.
That is, of course, Durkheim's idea of a sort of pre-industrial society, agrarian society. The Amish, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, these, of course, are funny enough. These are always visions from the outside. I think from the inside, these societies probably look very different. Right, Neil?
Well, we do have our own set of laws.
You do, yes? And so perhaps there's a bit more mechanical solidarity is characteristic of that than the wider society. But anyway, the point is this. It's a very simple point, is that we have a mechanical solidarity, the solidarity based on likenesses in which there is a limited division of labour. Yes. A limited division of labour. Now, the laws that correspond to mechanical solidarity are repressive laws, and as we've already said, they are defined by a particular type of sanction. When the moral rules of that society are violated, people are punished, court-martialed, humiliated. They are punished. People are punished when they violate the repressive law in a society defined by mechanical solidarity. Now, what is punishment? What is punishment? This is the key question. What is punishment, and who do you punish? Who do you punish? What is the person called you are punished? A criminal. Very good, Karen. Very good. A criminal is punished for what? For a crime. That's the important thing. So if we look at page 31. Page 31. I'm often going to read the opening, as I told you before, opening lines of chapters. So, wow. Sienna, why don't you read the opening paragraph on page 31?
The bond of social solidarity to which repressive law corresponds is the one in which constitutes.
When you break a repressive law, you commit a crime.
The use of term crime designates the act which, regardless of degree, will forgive the perpetrator the characteristic reaction known as.
The criminal who commits the crime is punished.
To investigate the nature of the bond is therefore to ask what is the cause of punishment, or precisely what in essence the crime is.
So what in essence is a crime that causes the punishment? What is a crime? Why do I punish plagiarism? What is a crime, says Durkheim. Ask Durkheim. What is a crime? What is a crime? Neil.
I think further down, I think he gives an answer. It says all are crimes that it has repressed by prescribed punishment. It's not like there's a law that...
All are crimes, that is, acts repressed by prescribed punishments.
If there's a law and you violate it, therefore it's a crime.
But what is this law that you violate? What is it? Why do you punish the crime? What is it that the crime offends? What is it that the crime offends, Aman?
the collective consciousness of society.
Ah, the collective consciousness. Is it Livier? What's your name? Livier.
Well, it says here that universally they strike the moral consciousness of a nation.
They strike the moral consciousness of a nation. Page. But and our man says it is somehow a violation of the collective consciousness. It's an offence against the collective consciousness. Now, what is the collective consciousness, Saman? Have you got a page number for that? 39, excellent. You've been reading, very good. B. 39. Yes, where on 39? Last line 38. Can you read it out for us? Loud! It's very important, this. Last line of 38. Are you there, Sienna? Yes. Very good. Okay, Aman.
The totality of beliefs and sentiments.
The totality of beliefs and sentiments.
Common to the average members of society.
Common to the average members of society. Forms a determinate system. With a life of its own. It's like taking the oath, isn't it? With a life of its own. Yes, go on.
It can be termed the collective or common consciousness.
These common sentiments we share can be termed the collective or common consciousess.
Undoubtedly, the substratum of this consciousness does not consist of a single organ.
Uh-huh.
By definition, it is diffused over society as a whole.
It is diffused over all society.
But nonetheless possesses specific characteristics. That make it a distinctive reality.
That make it a distinctive reality. Uh-huh.
That is independent of the particular conditions in which individuals find themselves.
It's independent of the particular conditions in which individuals find themselves, has a life of its own.
Individuals pass on.
But
it abides.
But it abides. So people die, come and go, but the collective consciousness of a society continues.
It is the same in north and south.
It's in the same in the north and the south.
In large towns and small, and in different professions.
It's the same in large towns and small towns and in different professions. It covers the entire society and lives on independently of the death of individuals. Very good, very good. That is the collective consciousness. And I suppose one last sentence I would like to say, likewise, it does not change with every generation, but on the contrary, links successive generations to one another. Thus, it is something totally different from the consciousness of individuals. My consciousness, your consciousness, that's something else. It's what we all share is the collective consciousness. Although it is only realized through individuals. Individuals carry the collective consciousness, but it's separate from the individual consciousness. So, in a sense, we all share this collective consciousness. Does the United States of America have a collective consciousness?
Yes.
Yes, Karen, what is it? What will be the elements of the collective consciousness? The shared sentiments that we all have in the United States of America. Anybody, any idea what we all share? Yes?
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Could have been a quote from the inaugural address. I think it probably was. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That we all share these as goods, moral rules. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Anything that comes in contact or goes against it would be considered a crime. So.
Yes. Who are you? Nathan. Yes. Were you here last semester? No. Are you going to be here all this semester?
No, I was...
You're an interloper.
I was told by Neely Kirshner to come to a lecture.
Interesting. Okay, very good. Give my love to Neely. Yes, all right. Yes. Indeed. So there are other features of the collective consciousness of the United States of America. Anything else that you might want to suggest? Yes, Jane.
The high value of social mobility that you can pull yourself up.
Right, this whole idea, the American ideology, the high value of social mobility, that through hard work you can pull yourself up, and that people if work hard, they will be able to be mobile. That's a sort of common belief, common sentiments, yeah. Yes. One could argue that in fact the inaugural address that you will be examining in great detail in the next few days, well, after next week, and the week after, is actually an expression of the collective consciousness of the United States of America. That is what President Obama, and indeed any president, will present at the inaugural address, or the State of the Union address, is what we all share, those common values that we all share. That is the collective consciousness. That is the totality of beliefs and sentiments that we share, average members of society share. What do you think of this idea? Do you think there really is a collective consciousness that sort of lives on generation after generation, shared by all, quote, Americans? Hands up. Yes, Sonny?
Wouldn't it change over time?
Yes, indeed. Well, Durkheim himself will say morality changes. We know that, so it slowly changes. It's true, it will change. But is there something like a collective consciousness that exists independently of us, does change over time, to be sure? Yes, Bridget?
Is the word ideology, like the American ideology?
What is the difference between an ideology and the collective consciousness? When Marx and Engels talk about the ideology,